Hey guys, this is Ali from A Plus Dating. So I've been single again for about 2 months, 2.5 months, I guess. And I've had one really great experience and one really bad experience. So I wanted to talk about those because I did sort of come to some conclusions today about the big difference between each of those people or experiences, I guess. So I think the problem is everyone knows if you're in your 30s that dating fucking sucks. Like it just does. It's a real clusterfuck, to be honest. Like it's a mess. And so everybody wants to be with somebody and everybody wants to have a connection and a go-to person to do things with, but we're all playing a game. Everyone. If you don't play the game, then your chances are zero because you have to because everybody else is playing it. I want to say stop. Just stop playing games. Stop worrying about how long it takes for the other person to text you. Just text them. So the word of the day for me today is be genuine. For dating to work out for any of us, we are all going to have to just settle down and relax and start calling spades spades. So, number one, just say it. Whatever it is that you want or you're looking for, and there's no right or wrong thing, whether it's casual, dating, if you're looking for like a solid, real relationship, if you just want to be part of hookup culture, none of those things are bad. They're all fine, but just say it. Just say what you want and be honest and let the other person make an honest choice back. Because it's possible that you might think, oh, I can't get a hookup with this girl if I don't like play the game, like, let her think that I want more than I do. But if that's true, A, you're a pig, and B, you might be wrong because, we're all consenting adults. It's possible she's down. So just be honest and let everyone make a choice that is real. Okay, number two, respond. It's not that difficult. If someone texts you, respond, okay? And I'm going to say that within 24 hours, because you could be at work, you could be sleeping, well, let's say 12 hours. I think 12 hours is tops. Like for you to have a working shift or whatever it is, if you don't respond to a text from somebody after 2, 3, 4 days, you might think that you just played a really great game, but all you've really just done is blown it. And I think if all of us daters start playing by that new rule, that after 3 days that person is out, and after 12 hours there's a good chance they're out, I think we would all do a lot better. Because this whole thing of like, I don't hear from you for a week after you've asked me on a date, that's weird. Like, so this was one of the bad experiences. Totally agreed to go on a date, super excited. Didn't hear from the guy for a week. So by the time the weekend came up, I had made new plans. Why would I assume that a week later, after not hearing from you, you're still interested? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but that just seems a little sketchy. So then the guy blew up at me, was all upset because I made other plans. Well, you didn't even say hi or how was your day for a week. Like, that's just kind of rude. Like, I'm not into that. So, you know what? If you're interested in a girl, this is number 3. Keep in touch, or a guy. Keep in touch. It doesn't have to be like an all day long conversation where you can't do anything but respond to texts and emails because this person is like in your business all day long. I'm not saying that. But like before bed, in the morning, good morning is really sweet. Love that. When a guy texts you good morning, that's cool. But, like it's just little things that make it so the other person knows you're on their mind. And that's not just guys texting girls. Girls, you have to say hi too because, you want equal rights, then we got to be equal. So let's not do this whole like the guy has to do all the work thing anymore. If you want to say hi to a guy, if he's on your mind, say so. Be genuine. Be honest. Okay, the next thing that I really like from the good experience that I had was call me. Oh my gosh, it was so nice to hear his voice and like have a conversation before I met him. Because let's be honest, we're all online dating. If you say you're not, it's a lie. If you're single and 30, you're online somewhere. And so one of the things is when you're texting, it's really hard to gauge someone's actual personality, their education level, because when you hear that voice, if you hear like certain words or a certain accent, like it tells you a lot about a person, and it might be okay for you and it might not be okay for you. But loved having somebody call me. That was so cool. I'm so down with that. It was so genuine. It was so honest. We had such a great conversation. And, you know, it could have been a bad conversation, but it still would have given me more information about that person before we went on a big date, right? So I think that we should bring back the phone calls, because right now, the only people who call me are like my doctor, my mom, and the school. Like, boo. My friends don't even call me ever. Like, it's still all text. And it was just really refreshing, and I think that we should all start calling each other instead of just, like, shy, awkward texts with the weird emoticons and no one really knows what you're talking about. And the last thing is, which we already talked about a little bit, but you need to text somebody after a date. I'm tired of the 3-day rule, 1-week rule, 24-hour rule, rules at all. The second you get in your car after meeting me, if you had a good time, say so. Like, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to judge you for being eager. I'm going to judge you for being like, oh, cool, he likes me back. That's great. And vice versa. Like, if I go on a date, by the time I'm home, I usually say, like, thank you so much. I had a great time. And that is an indicator to you that I'm interested in seeing you again. I don't have to be like, oh my God, so I saw this in a bridal magazine. And, like, you don't have to be all crazy. Just, it's not a big deal. Like, if I text you after a date that I had a good time, doesn't mean I want to run to Vegas. It just means I had a good time. And I'm leaving it open for you to say, me too, let's do it again sometime. And there you go. Guess what? Now you're dating. Woohoo! And isn't that what everybody wants? Is to be in a relationship and be happy and have someone to do stuff with and, like, date? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. So, you know what? Enough of the rules, enough of the games. If you go on a date and you had a good time, and your interest is piqued, say so right away. You don't have to go on and on and on. Just say, I had a great time. It was nice to meet you. And then see where the conversation goes. Okay? So the rule of the day, the new dating rules for 2017 for 30-year-olds or any-year-olds is be genuine, be honest, say what you want, don't be afraid to text, don't be afraid to call, so cool, and don't be a douchebag. Because there is a lot of them out there, and let's just not do that. Side note. Bye!